welcome back to another episode of 5 Minutes with Jesus and Jesse. And this isn't just any episode, this is the 50th episode that I will post. And wow, it's just been crazy that I am here at episode 50. So I want to take us all the way back to the beginning and just kind of do a recap, because this is something I never thought was possible. And it is possible when you trust God and what He calls you to do. So if any of you have not gone back and watched episode 1, it is a pretty crazy tale of how this 5 Minutes with Jesus and Jesse even came to be. So there was a prophecy spoke over me several years ago saying that we would use our platform to further the kingdom. And at this time we did and do still have a YouTube channel where we post family videos of us checking traps and hunting and doing all the things, all the outdoor things. So at this time I'm like, that's so far-fetched. I really didn't even believe that would happen, that would ever come to existence. And then months later, my husband said, post church service, we would always discuss the sermon and what he thought and if he had questions and etc. And I'm not super well versed on Bible literature, whatever, but I am pretty good at breaking things down where somebody can understand it and it be relatable to them. And so my husband always appreciated that happening. He always appreciated post-sermon, post-church, kind of talking through everything. How did it go? What did you like? What did you not like? Did you have any questions, etc.? And he said, just one day out of the blue, I think you should start a YouTube channel called 5 Minutes with Jesus and Jesse. And you should do this. You should talk about these things and explain them in ways that other people can understand. Because if he liked it, he knew other people would like it. And that was really where this was born. So I started episode 1. I remember sitting here in my kitchen. I was so worried about my makeup, my outfit, my hair. It had to be perfect. And I spent hours prepping episode 1, and I had all my notes and I was ready to go. And I recorded and I hated it. And I recorded and I didn't like that, or I didn't like this, etc. And at the end of the night, I was in tears, and I called my friend Joni and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't know why I ever thought that I could. I don't know why God called me to this. I cannot make these videos. I just think I sound ridiculous. This isn't ever going to happen. And she was so encouraging. She's like, what was not going right? And I said, well, I didn't like the lighting, and I thought that this looked bad, and the way that my voice sounded. And she's like, time out. You're worried about you. You're not even worried about the message. And so from the beginning, I've had to very consciously check my intentions, because this channel, this episode, every single episode had nothing to do with me. There's no way in my own capability, in my own capacity, that I could have came up with the episodes, that I could have drafted them, that I could have spoke to them, that I could have been passionate about it. None of the things. And it really is just a testament to when God calls you to something and you very clearly hear it. This is what you're going to do. This is the platform. This is how long it's going to be. This is the name of it. I mean, I had no excuses. He was like, I laid the whole thing out for you. All you have to do is do what I'm asking. When you hear your call and your purpose so very clearly, and you really trust God to know what He's doing and what He's calling you to, and you really step into it and just embrace it and pray over it and ask Him to bless it, He's going to do those things. And this is really a testament to that, because 50 episodes, every single time I post, I'm like, what number am I on? 33? What number am I on? 45? And I'm like, this is number 50, the 50th episode. And it is just amazing to me. Every single episode, I kind of go through the same process. It's either something that I'm walking through at that moment, something that really stuck with me or impacted me that week or the past couple weeks. Maybe it was branched off of a sermon series that I heard elsewhere, or someone else spoke it to me, like my mentor and I, a lot of times will be in conversation and she's like, that's your next episode, what you just said to me. Like the ceilings. I was like, do you think this is a ceiling for you? And she's like, that's your next episode. But there's so much of it that maybe a concept or a word or a phrase or a verse, and then God really just speaks to me and starts downloading, and I can start, like the transcription in my head just starts flowing, and I start just typing, like, and I'll rearrange and all the things, but it's like a download, and I just start going at it. And this week, when I was really thinking about 50th episode, and I'm like, I just feel like this could be an encouraging episode for so many people that have heard from God, and He's told you to do something. He sent you on an assignment, and you're scared to step into that, because this was this for me. I was so afraid to step into this. I thought episode 1 was doomed. I thought I had failed from the beginning, and I love going places, seeing people. It's usually family members or close friends of mine, and they'll say, hey, I really love this episode, or this episode really spoke to me, or don't quit doing what you're doing, because those are so encouraging to me. And it is just the most amazing feeling to know that God had intentions for every single one of these episodes to bless somebody, to change somebody, to mold somebody. And I am just so thankful that He chose me, and also just so thankful that I have encouragement and I didn't give up and I stepped into it. And that's not to say there weren't missteps, because there's definitely times where I missed weeks, or I fell off the wagon, or I was really losing connection and needed to get back into a rhythm or a groove, or changing times. But so much of this is just, if you take it back to the very most simplest state, make the episodes 5 minutes on YouTube about whatever you want, Jesse, whatever you want, and post them weekly. That was it. That was the only assignment. And now it is something that I look forward to every week, to share what I've learned or something that has really touched me. And so I just continue to pray over this, and that it continues just being a blessing to each and every one of you, and that God just continues to just use me to speak His words to you guys. And I'm so thankful for every single one of you, every single week, who watches these. And I hope that this is just encouraging to you, that whatever God has called you to, He's going to help you. He's going to be with you. He's going to give you the words to say. He's going to bless it, because you're on assignment from Him. So thank you, every single one of you.